Hey guys, Alessio. Hope you're well. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and one other crypto. Now, imagine there was a crystal ball that we could look into to try to better predict the price of Bitcoin. Well, you don't have to imagine, it does exist. I've mentioned this before. There's an important leading indicator for Bitcoin. I wonder if you remember what I'm talking about. Now, here's the price of Bitcoin, as you can see here on this chart. You can see Bitcoin managed to get, well, first of all, it formed the top, you can see right there near the 14,000 level, and has dropped since then. It tried to get through that trend line, didn't quite succeed. It's dropped again, as you can see there. Now, I've been saying for some time that keep an eye on one other crypto, which has acted as a leading indicator for Bitcoin. What am I talking about? Well, before we take a look at the chart, the crypto I'm talking about is Litecoin. Litecoin has been a very important leading indicator. Why? Well, before we look at the chart, I'll tell you why. Firstly, back in 2018, last year, Litecoin dropped and broke a key support level before Bitcoin did, months before Bitcoin did. That was an important leading clue. Litecoin formed a bottom, sort of rally higher, so Litecoin rallied higher before, at least a few months before Bitcoin did. Also, importantly, this year, Litecoin formed the top. Litecoin actually began to drop before Bitcoin did. It saw weakness before Bitcoin did. In fact, as you can see here on this chart, there it is. Some months ago, I said, look, the fact that Litecoin was falling was an important leading indication for Bitcoin. We can see Litecoin broke that trendline support, and it tried to get through it, but it didn't quite succeed. And you can see there, boom, it actually fell even lower. In fact, in our member videos, we've been warning about the corrective pattern in Litecoin there, and I said, look, we could fall further lower. It did actually do that. It fell down close to 70 levels there. So keep watching Litecoin, guys, because Litecoin, if we just go to the next chart on Bitcoin, Litecoin could be an important leading indication for Bitcoin. In fact, you can see that Bitcoin got rejected from that trend line, came down almost at a support level near the 9,000 level, didn't quite make it, but it seems that Litecoin once again has been a very important clue for Bitcoin. We're going to keep monitoring the price of Litecoin, because if Litecoin sees further drops in the weeks ahead or in the days ahead, it could potentially signify further weakness perhaps for Bitcoin as well. I personally don't think that we've seen the end of this corrective pattern on Bitcoin. I personally think that the correction has perhaps a bit more downside to go. The reason is, for one thing, a lot of the analysts on Bitcoin, a lot of the other commentators and crypto YouTubers and analysts on Bitcoin seem to be immensely bullish still on Bitcoin. They still expect that Bitcoin is going to perhaps go immediately higher from here. I'm doubtful. Basically, I think this market, I think Bitcoin is still very frothy. There are still a lot of people who are extremely bullish on Bitcoin at the moment, and I think we need to shake out. I think Bitcoin still needs to shake out the bulls. In other words, the weak hands. There's still a lot of folks bought at the very highs of Bitcoin, the FOMO crowd, and I think Bitcoin needs to take out the FOMO crowd, take out the bulls, which means that perhaps we have more further downside to go to shake out the weak hands. In other words, what I think is going to likely to happen is this: as long as Bitcoin remains below 12,000, the probabilities are that Bitcoin could potentially head further a bit lower to test the weekly 21 moving average. The weekly 21 moving average is about the 8,500 level, I think it is. I actually think there's a probability we may even go below the 21 weekly average, below 8,500. We may actually go and test the 7,000 level, maybe even the 6,500 level. Why? Because this is what I call this the wild card scenario, the unexpected scenario. Because I think a drop down to those levels will shake out the weak hands, scare everybody, in other words, scare the bulls, and I think that's where Bitcoin might form the next low. Again, the wild card scenario, the unexpected scenario. And then once we form the next low near that, perhaps the 7,000 or 6,500 levels, then we form the next low to form the next rally leg higher. There is still a probability, of course, that there may be even a bearish scenario, but I'm going to address that in another situation. Anyway, I hope this video helps. Thanks very much. Hi guys, before I finish the video, I just have a very small request, which is, firstly, if you haven't already subscribed to our videos, please make sure you do so now by clicking the subscribe button. But also, very importantly, please also click on the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. By clicking on the bell icon, this ensures that you're notified whenever we post a brand new video, because it is possible that some of our videos may not appear in your feed. So by clicking on the bell icon, this ensures that whenever we post a brand new video, you're notified so you don't miss a future video update. Thanks very much indeed, guys. I appreciate it, and bye for now.